beetroot is a very misunderstood vegetable. It's one of my favourites. You know, beautiful colour. It's full of goodness, and apparently it's got the same chemicals in it as chocolate does. So it will release the same happy hormones, and it's fantastic raw as well. This is raw grated beetroot. Anyway, we're gonna have a beetroot risotto. It's so cold outside. I don't usually cook in a scarf, but it's freezing. So we're going to have a beetroot risotto with a bit of creme fraiche on top. So the first job is to heat a bit of oil in our saute pan. Well, it's not the first job. The first job is to get your chicken stock nice and sort of hot and ready to rumble. And then, yeah, just sort of about a tablespoon of finely chopped onion there, which will just gently sweat until it's soft. So once your onion's nicely softened, you're going to crack up the heat. Just turn up the stock a bit. Crack up the heat, and in goes the rice. That was about 250-300 grams of arborio. Anyway, so you want to stir that around over a high heat for about a minute or so, just to get the rice coated in the oil, and simple as that, and sort of get it slightly cooking. But if you do this for too long, what you'll end up with is sort of very crunchy grains, which you don't want. So you'll just see them change texture and colour as you go, and sort of sound a bit more hard, I suppose. And once you've got to that stage, what you want to do is chuck in your wine. You could use white wine, but I suppose because this is sort of a nice red, robust risotto, I'm going to chuck in some red wine. And that's the sound you want to hear. You want a really high heat for risotto, and this is why you have the stock hot as well, because you want to keep the temperature up constantly, and then we're going to cook quicker. Yeah. So there we go. Our wine is already evaporated, it's been absorbed. And so in goes a ladle of stock and your grated raw beetroot, of which I've done quite a lot. That was 3 quite large beetroots, so I'm not going to put that. Yeah, let's put it all in. We'll see. Yeah, I'll let you know at the end if it's too much. But that was 3 large beetroots. And so you probably know how the technique involved. So what we'll do is just keep adding a ladle at a time to this, and for about 20 minutes until our risotto is cooked, or nearly cooked, and then you'll see the next phase in the operation. So when your risotto is just about cooked, give it a little taste. It should have a tiny bit of bite to it. Obviously season it if it needs it. And then what we're going to add is a good bombardment of parmesan. Look, you can be reticent with the amount of parmesan you put in, but frankly I think you should give it a good old whack, because you're not going to taste it if you just put a measly amount in. Give it a good old bombardment of parmesan, about sort of 30 grams. And then you're going to get a nice sort of good old cheesy flavour there. And we're also going to add, just because we can, a bit of butter, which will stir through this. And they're really the only sort of 2 naughty things that are going in here. And it's not like there's a great deal of them split between. This will serve 4 people easily. It's not going to cause too many heart attacks. And then one final ladle of stock. And then you just want to turn the heat off and give it a good sort of stir through, and just leave it to rest for just 2 minutes, just to let the rice absorb the final bit of stock, and just to achieve a really nice creamy texture. Then we'll serve it. Then we just want to serve it up in some nice warm bowls. And for a starter, that would be sort of ample. But this is our supper, so you want a good old amount. And then a nice blob of creme fraiche. Oops, thanks John. Flappy lid. Nice blob of creme fraiche, and just, parsley, but I think with beetroot chives. particularly good. So just a few, oops, a few snip chives, and bingo, there you have it. Beetroot risotto. And as always, you can find more fantastic recipes at www.beyondbakedbeans.com.